Good morning, Hawks. It's Miss Kelly yet again. I'm here all the time. It's amazing how that works. I want to show you my binder. See my binder? It's pretty thick. It's got stuff in it. That binder is actually called our charter petition, and that's our contract with the state of California, and it describes in it what we're supposed to be doing and what they have approved that we will do. One of the things that's really important about this, and 9th and 10th graders, this is really informational for you, but for the 11th graders, this is real this year. So we want to talk a little bit about career pathways. What's a career pathway and a college pathway? What that is something that you think that you might be interested in studying and pursuing as a career. For many of you, you'll pick one thing and then switch to another, and that's completely okay. So for instance, for me, for a while when I was younger, I thought maybe I'd do computer science and architecture, but then I ended up studying broadcasting, communication arts, and education. So when I found my interest, I shifted a little bit. Obviously, I used my college education because I'm a principal, so that worked. There are 4 categories in which you'll be able to choose from for your college and career pathway while you're at Livermore Valley Charter Prep, and they will impact your 11th and 12th grade years. I'm going to read straight from the binder. Humanities and the arts, environmental science and sustainability studies, business management and entrepreneurial studies, applied sciences and technologies. How does this impact you? Well, what's going to happen is in advisory today, 9th and 10th graders, you're going to talk a little bit about the college and career process and how it works and how all those things come together. Very general conversation. 11th graders, you're going to talk about the 4 pathways, the areas and the types of jobs that you might like to do, and you're going to select a pathway. During your junior year, starting now, anytime you do a project, you have an additional component of your choice to add. So you'll have the traditional writing component, you'll have the digital component, you'll have the art component, and then you'll have the pathway component. And it doesn't matter what class you're in, you have to add that component. So let's say I'm studying the French Revolution and I'm interested in the pathway that includes technology. Well, I might then do a piece on the French Revolution and what was considered modern technology at the time. If I was interested in dance, I might do a piece that connected to the French Revolution and how people sort of participated in entertainment and what their weekends, if you will, look like. So you can see how things relate. The idea is that through the Pathway and College program, you get to personalize your projects even more. And that's really important as you move into your senior year, because as you're moving to your senior year and you're absolutely sure about your pathway, you're going to use that decision that you've made for the entire year, and you're going to pick one project that you're going to work on all by yourself through the whole year in your senior seminar. And at the end of the senior seminar, you will be required to have a huge presentation, because obviously you've spent 40 weeks working on it, so it's going to be impressive, right? You'll have to do a presentation of learning, you'll have some kind of a media presentation that's due at the end, you'll have a written requirement. All of it to be done during the school day. In addition, senior year, you can wrap your 50 hours of community service into that project. So let's say I was an environmental sciences pathway, in the environmental sciences pathway, and I was studying the effects of styrofoam on the local agricultural market. Then I might spend 15 hours of my senior seminar time, of my community service time at the Sierra Club, and I might spend 15 hours at the local power plant, and I might spend 15 hours at the local assemblyman's office to learn more about it. So you can see how this all starts to run together. And then the other really kind of cool thing out of this is hopefully by the time you go to apply for colleges, you'll have a better understanding of what you really want to do, because the average college student changes their major 5 times, and that becomes very expensive because every time you change your major, you change the number of classes you have to take and which classes those are. So that's a little bit about college and career pathways. 9th and 10th graders have a great time just talking about the future in general and what that means to you, including why you might want to go to college and what careers you might want to pursue. 11th graders, you have some paperwork to fill in and some pretty thoughtful moments in the next few weeks as you determine your pathway. And then all teachers who have 11th graders, please remember that every student must have a pathway component on their projects from now to the end of the year, and that should be included in their rubrics. Have a great day, Hawks, and go Pathways!